welcome to T3 Wargaming. We're wearing masks now. Who cares? So today we're going to be playing Age of Sigmar 2000 points. And we're playing the Vice, and it's Daughters of Khaine versus Maggotkin of Nurgle. Pete has been very nice to bring his Maggotkin in, so I can get them on the channel because they've had a new book recently, but I've not really been able to get anyone to play them. I'm going to be playing Daughters of Khaine again. I'm practicing for the PMTT Gauntlet Round 2, and I'm testing out my Hagg Nar list that I tried last time against Sam, so I want to keep with that for a little bit. If you want to see something else, drop it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. But I feel good about this one. How do you?
Yeah. It should be a good matchup.
Yeah, it's looking pretty tasty. So we're all set up. So I will show you the armies and the setup itself, and then we'll get into the game. Alright, Pete, talk us through your list, mate.
Alright, so I've got Droning Guard, which makes my flyers battle line.
Yep.
Then I've got Great Clean one.
Yep.
With Grey Weapon and Flail. And he's also got the Wither Stave as well as Infestation of Nurglings.
Yep.
Then I've got a Poxbringer of Nurgle.
Yep.
He's just run-of-the-mill standard. And he's got the Gifted Disease spell.
Yep.
Then I've got 20 Plague Bearers.
Yep.
And then I've got 5 Putrid Blight Kings. And then I've got a Lord of Blights behind him.
Yeah. These are looking
no artifacts on those guys.
awesomely disgusting.
Very resilient. And then in the sky I've got my Lord of Afflictions, who's got the Stagger Horn on him.
Yep.
Which gives him a 4-up ward. And then two Pascal Bloodless.
Okay. Did you not have any Beasts of Chaos?
That's all summoning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you've got your summoning.
Just got a little bit of summoning, come on.
Alright. Cool. These look great. Alright. So yeah, we are set up for the Vice. So lengthways. And I'll just show you my army. Okay, my army. Same as last time. Hagg Nar. We've got Little Marathi set at the back on the arcane terrain with the Shadow Queen in the corner over there. We have the Bloodrack Shrine and the what's it called? Hag Queen on Cauldron. Just there. We've got 10 Bow Snakes, 2 units of 10 Witch Elves, and we have the unit of Shadow Stalkers at the back. So I was 3 drop and Pete was 7. So I get to decide who's going first. And I'm not actually sure. So we'll come back at the end of somebody's hero phase. Alright, Pete, talk us through your hero phase, mate. What happened?
Okay, I tried to do 2 spells from him and 1 spell from him. I tried to do Mystic Shield and Fleshy Abundance. Both were cast, but both were denied by her.
Yep.
And then I tried to do an Arcane Bolt on my Poxbringer.
Yep.
And I failed that. So my casting was null and void for Nurgle, which is usual.
Alright, you've gone for Ferocious Advance, and which 3 have you picked?
1, 2, 3. 1,
2, 3, no problem. These 2 are currently holding the points, so you'll probably be leaving them. Well, I guess you could move away if you wanted to. And you've got an extra CP on Big Guy, and I got an extra CP on my Cauldron. So we will come back at the end of Pete's shooting phase. Maybe the end of your turn, because I can't imagine you, unless you bring down stuff and charge.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
You're not going to? Alright, so we'll probably come back at the end of your turn. Alright, that was a relatively quick turn from Pete, so it looks... So these guys all ran, sticking together, best friends forever. These guys moved up a tad. These guys moved up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, so you're still holding that point. I can't drop down there, so that's not going to happen. But yeah, so you hold 1, hold 2, and you get your battle tactics, so you score 4 points. Cool, so we'll come back at the end of my hero phase and see what happens. Alright, so for my hero phase, I've gone for Monstrous Takeover over there, may as well get that one out of the way. Little Marathi did a mirror dance. She teleported herself and the Bloodrack Shrine. Bloodrack Shrine only a little bit. She went 19 inches away from the Blight Kings just in case she managed to get the snake off and eat some. As you can tell, she didn't. She did get Black Horror of Ulgu off. She did 1 mortal wound to this guy who then saved it. This young lady managed to get the Sippy Cup and the Catechism of Murder off. She's put them, the Witch Brew on herself, and she's put the Catechism on the Bloodrack Shrine. And that was pretty much it. Everything else was denied. So we're going to go into my movement phase, and then we'll see if I've got some shooting. All right, so we'll come back at the end of my... Alright, so my turn, I moved up a little bit. As you can see, I'm still zoning Pete out. Shadow Queen's still over there holding that objective. So everything's just shuffled up a little bit. We shot at the Plague Bearers. Because of Pete's magical pink dice, we only killed 1 and put a wound on another. But that's okay. That's fine. It's still the start. And so we're going to go into turn 2. The objectives are going to move up closer to the center, and then we will just do a quick roll off now for priority. So I get a 1, Pete gets a 3, so it's up to Pete. Who's going next?
I'm going to let you go. Yeah.
You're going to let me to go? That does not surprise me at all. Alright, so we'll come back at the end of my hero phase. Okay, so in my hero phase, I've gone for Savage Spearhead because my units are pretty close as it is. I had my Bow Snake shoot. They killed another 2 Plague Bearers. The Witch Brew went off, and she's put that back on this young lady who also has a flaming weapon. Marathi tried to cast Black Horror of Ulgu. It went off. She did 2 wounds to this guy. She then tried to cast a snake. She cast it on a 10. Pete decided to nope and dispelled it on an 11. And then she cast the Withering, which she has put on the Plague Bearers as well, so I am now +1 to wound them as well. She also prayed to get the heart out, so that's now sat there. Hopefully we'll reduce some damage down if Pete has anything with multi-wound damage. I don't think he has. And that's about it. So we're going to go into my movement phase now, and we'll come back at the end of my shooting phase again. Okay, so at the end of my movement and shooting phase, Marackley moved up. The Shadowstalkers teleported, so they're both wholly within Pete's territory now. So I will get Savage Spearhead. The young lady moved up a little bit, and these girls ran, and these girls ran backwards, just screening out for when Pete decides to drop out. The only place he can really drop is over there, but if he wants to take that fight, that's up to him. So I shot with her stare. She did, I think, 4 mortal wounds or something like that over there.
Yep.
And then both snakes shot. I all out attacked, Pete all out defense, but I still managed to kill another 4.5.
3.
3? Is that another 3? Alright, another 3. So we've only got the 1 charge, which is just the Blood Rat Shrine. She needs a 10, so I may as well roll for it. That is an 8, which is a fail. And that's fine. I'm out of CP, so I can't re-roll anyway. So I'm just going to roll for my heart. So it does go off, so I'll be reducing damage during the combat phase. Doesn't matter. And so I hold 1, hold 2, and get my battle tactic for another 4 points. As we'll go into Pete's turn and come back at the end of his hero phase. Pete, talk us through your hero phase, mate. What happened?
Alright, so I rallied my unit of Plague Bearers. I had 9 there. I rolled 4 6s. I got 4 back, so I brought them out in front.
Yeah. They can't go like that. Each model that's brought back that was slain has to be within an inch of a model that wasn't slain.
Oh, okay. So they have to come back like that.
No worries.
Yep. Then I went on to casting spells. I tried to get Fleshy Abundance off on them. I failed on a 5, needing 7. I got Mystic Shield off. I rolled a 9. You didn't unbind.
Nope.
And then I cast Gift of Disease on Marathi and managed to get the spell through. And I got a disease point within 7 inches of her. So I put 1 disease point on this unit, 1 disease point on that unit.
Okay. No problem.
And that was the
and that's all in your hero phase? You healed a few things as well.
Oh, yeah. I healed the 1 wound on the Plague Bearers. And then I rolled D3 for healing within 14 inches of him. And I healed the wound on my Poxbringer.
Alright, no worries. So, we'll go into your movement phase and we'll come back. All right, Pete, talk us through your movement phase.
All right, so I moved my plague bearers up to be in charge range. I moved these Blight Kings up to be in charge range. They were within shooting range of 6 inches, but then you rolled a 6 for your redeploy.
Got out of that.
Redeployed them out of my shooting range.
Yep.
But it still gives me a charge on Marathi.
Yep.
I moved the drones up just to protect the objective. I moved this guy over to take that objective for
to monstrous takeover.
Monstrous takeover.
Yep.
Then I brought down my guys from the sky.
Yeah. And you summoned
9 inches away.
Sloppity.
And I brought in Sloppity Bile Piper with my summoning points.
All right, no worries. So you got no shooting, so roll charges.
Yep.
So who's going first?
I'll start from left to right.
All right.
So we'll start with those guys there. They'll get 7.
Ooh, 7's not enough. No, because you're out of shooting range.
Oh, that's right.
So.
Okay, so I'll re-roll that charge.
You're going to re-roll?
Yeah, I'll use command point. I've got plenty of them.
All right,
and
so
I get
an 8. We'll just check. This is a 9. So an 8 will not get you in.
No,
so,
needed enough.
Yep.
Then I'll go with these guys here.
Yep, they need a 9. They get an 8, so they fail.
These guys.
Oh, those guys? Yeah,
those guys.
Fine.
So they're in.
Yep, 8 will get them there. And then roll for your flies.
Yep, so I'll start with these guys first.
Yep.
They needing a 9, no.
No, they fail.
A lot of afflictions, no.
No.
So it's just the plague bearers with completing their charge.
All right, no worries.
Yep.
So we'll come back at the end of your turn and see what they can do. All right, so combat phase was just this one. You managed to put 3 wounds on her and 2 disease points. She fought back and you saved everything.
Yep.
And then disease ticked over. You did another wound to her, so she's taken 4. Marathi took a wound, which is on the Shadow Queen, obviously. And then these guys lost 1 dude, but they don't need to take Battle Shock for that. So they are all good. So so you score hold 1, hold 2, get your battle tactic for another 4 points.
Yep.
And then we're gonna roll off to the priority. Get a 2.
5.
So who's taking it?
I'm taking the double.
Oh, Pete's taking the double. All right, so we'll come back at the end of Pete's hero phase. Okay, hero phase. Pete's taking it, so you've gone for Savage Spearhead. Because he's hoping to pile in these guys over the line, because the line is just behind Marathi here. And, well, you've got 2 units of flies that can fly over anyway. Okay, and talk us through hero phase.
Yeah, I went for Mystic Shield.
Yep.
I cast it, but I was too far away to put it on the Plague Bearer, so he's put it on himself. Then I cast Fleshy Abundance, which was unbound.
Yep.
Then I cast Gifted Disease, which I managed to get off again and put another 2 disease points on those units over there.
Yep.
You've
got an extra CP?
Yep, got an extra CP, as well as I healed the 1 wound that was on him, and I healed the wound that was on the Plague Bearers.
So the contagion wheel has ticked up, so I can't use hero abilities, and I can't Inspiring Presence or rally, which is not fun. It's not fun for anyone. All right, so yeah, that was all. So we'll come back at the end of Pete's shooting phase. that was disgusting. So you moved up most things.
Yep.
I redeployed Morathi 6 inches.
Again.
To get out of shooting range. Their shooting actually scares me. And with good reason, apparently, because this guy decided to vomit on her and did 10 wounds, managed to get 8 wounds through. So, that hurt.
Yeah, big round.
Actually, I need to roll that again because that wasn't mortal wounds, was it? And she ignores them on 5s, not 6s.
Yeah.
So I'll roll that again, but that's fine. Mm-hmm. And then, so I'll roll that and then we'll come back and do. Alright then, Pete, roll your charges. Where are we going?
We'll go with the Blight Kings first.
Yeah, they needed a 9, and they got a 10. Ooh, that's not good.
And then these flies, I'm going to charge in over here.
Okay.
They get an 8.
Ooh,
and I can't charge anymore. I'm going to leave these sit here.
Alright,
yep.
No worries. Okay, so we'll do your charges, come back at the end of your turn. A productive turn for you. So you killed this unit. They eventually ran away. I mean, it's the corruption, the cycle that stopped me saving that unit. Which is huge. You finally got my general, so she's gone, and you killed that unit of which I was over there. So half my army's gone, but this is a good opportunity for me to come back. You didn't grab that objective from me over there.
No.
So you hold 1, hold 2, and have you got 2 units wholly within my territory?
1.
Yeah.
And they pulled in because Morathi ran back 6.
Okay, so they should be.
They should be in the territory then.
Should. I don't know. We'll measure it out and give you the points, and then we'll come back at the end of my hero. Alright, so for my turn, I've decided to go for Kill a Battle Line unit, and I picked this unit. She's only on 1 now. So Morathi tried to cast spells and failed all of them, because she's in that kind of mood. She put the Witch Brew on the Shadow Queen, and then tried to do Catechism of Murder, and failed. And the Bow Snakes fired and managed to kill 1 Blight King. So it's not great so far, so we're just going to see what I can do for the rest of the turn. So we'll come back at the end of my shooting phase. Alright, so during my movement phase, Witch Elves ran up, ready to probably charge those Plague Bearers. Bow Snakes shot at the Blight Kings and finished them off, and this Morathi moved up. Pete redeployed his Plague Bearers and got a 1, so not great there, but so we're going to go into my charges. We're going to go with the Shadow Queen first. She's going 9. She's probably going into the Plague Drones. The Cauldron is going to go 6, which probably isn't far enough to go anywhere. And then we'll try... so do I want to retry that one? No, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll save that for next turn. And these Witch Elves... may as well go for a bit of a... I get to reroll 1s. So they're going 7. I don't think that's 7. No, it's more like 8. So yeah, so that's that. So we'll come back at the end of my turn. Okay, Shadow Queen do. What Shadow Queen do? So she was hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, wounding on 2s, re-rolling everything. So she just did. So she did 24 wounds. Pete, even with Pete's pink dice, he couldn't save all the wounds. And that is all. So I hold 1, hold 2, and got my battle tactic. So that scores me 4 points, which will take me 12 to 10, because we worked out Pete did not score his battle tactic last turn. So 12 to 10, and then it's going to move to the middle, and we're going to roll to see who gets priority. So Pete rolls a 6, so it's up to Pete. All right, so you're going to take it?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll come back at the end of Pete's turn. All right, so Pete, hero phase, talk to me.
So I cast Fleshy Abundance, so I rolled a 10, which was hard for Scott to deny. So I got Fleshy Abundance off on my Plague Bearers.
You also got Mystic Shield?
And I also got Mystic Shield. And then I cast Gifted Disease, which was Unbound.
It was.
And
I've gone Finest Hour, you've gone Finest Hour, and you've gone for Kill a Battleline unit, and you've nominated this unit of 10 Witch Elves over here. Alright, that's good. It's real good. Alright, so we'll come back at the end of your shooting phase. Okie dokie, so Pete has moved up. He's got some very long charges here, and this lovely guy got summoned. These guys have moved up, ready for the charge over here, and Big Bitch over there is expecting a visit from some Plague Bearers. Alright, so we'll roll off your charges, mate. Where are you going? Who are you doing?
Alright, we'll go with the Lord of Afflictions first. He's getting 5. Don't know if he's in.
Ooh, I don't know, unless he goes into Shadow Queen.
Yeah, no, he's 5.
Yeah, I mean, we've got these, so you may as well check. So that's 3, and then this is so that will get you half an inch. Yep. You're all good.
So he's going.
Come on in.
And he's on his Finest Hour.
And I'm on my Finest Hour. So I'm currently on a 4, ignoring Rend 2 currently.
How good's that?
Pretty good, because it's round 4, so I'm ignoring Rend 1 and Battle Shock.
And then the
Buzz.
Yep, big guys, 7.
Buzz are going 7.
Do you wish to shoot at me?
Ooh, how many wounds are they each? 8.
8.
Problem being, I'm not generating another command point during your turn. Now, I don't think your Buzzers will kill those bow snakes, but it might be nice to shoot at them. Yeah, because I'm not using anything for Battle Shock, I think I will shoot at them. So, any of it, do you want to roll charges over here? Because that's not going to affect that anyway. So, who are you going for?
Beast.
Beastie needs a 9. Gets to re-roll though, right?
Nah, the big guy. I'll save the big guy for the re-roll. So, he needs an 11.
And he gets a...
So that's 6.
Are you re-rolling it?
Yes. I use my 1 command.
Don't do it, Pete. I really like... Oh!
So close.
10 inches. These boys going to go for a try? I think they needed a 12.
Yeah, I think yeah, I'll just roll it.
Yeah, no. So no and no. Alright, oh, that was huge.
That was...
Alright, so...
Guys, roll that one.
I'll do my Unleash Hell, and then we will come back at the end of your turn. Okay, so that was pretty good for you. You did 8 wounds to this guy. You killed 6 of these guys. And all I did is kill a flyback, and that was it. Like, not a good showing for me at all, really. But you didn't manage to get your battle tactic again.
But I get control 1.
So you hold 1, hold more, so you get 2 points. Yeah. Alright, so that's pretty good. So we're going to go into my turn 4. And I'm probably going to go try and conquer, because I don't really have any other option. So we're going to try that. Alright, so we'll come back at the end of my shooting phase. Yeah, shooting phase. Alright, so this is going to be a tough one. So I got 3 CP, so I used it to attack the bug, and I did 3 wounds to it, which isn't great. If I'm honest, I'm hoping my shooting does a little bit more. I've gone for Conquer. I've got to try and get that objective somehow. It's going to be tough, but I'm hoping the Shadow Queen does some magic. And so we're going to come back at the end of my turn. I tried to cast some spells. The only thing I got off was the Withering, which I put onto the Plague Bearers. Alright, so we'll come back at the end of my turn. Okay, so in terms of movement, these guys ran up. Morathi's ran up as well. Pete redeployed, but just managed to get his Great and Clean one on the point. So we're both out of CP at this point. These young ladies shot and did about 4 more wounds to the bug. Or was it 3? Got down to 1 wound anyway. And then the Hag Queen shot it. The same bug did not kill it, and so the Shadow Queen had to do it. And so she shot and killed him. So we're going to go for some charges. We're going to start with the Witch Elves first. They're going 9, which is nice, which will get them over there, which is what I want. The Bow Snakes, who are now, so they got a 7. So they're probably going to come over here to try and get within 6 of that as well. And then the all-important Shadow Queen, and she got an 8 as well. So it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So we'll come back at the end of my turn. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so big turn, big turn. Morathi, Shadow Queen went in and went boom. Speaking of, you need to do a battle test. So
I will. Nice. I'll roll that on camera.
And
no,
they are gone.
They are gone.
Because she killed a lot of them.
Yeah. So I lost, I think it was quite a few.
Yeah, she got full wounds in, 24 wounds, and then she killed 6 by herself, so... Yep. Yeah, so they're all gone. I grabbed that point, so that scores me my conquer for hold 1, hold 2, hold 1, hold more, and so I get them 4 points. You did a few disease, which eventually took down the cauldron.
Yep.
However, I did manage to kill your Lord of Afflictions. So it's coming down to the wire, though. This is not over. So we're going to roll for priority. We're going to see how this one goes. Pete reckons he's got it if he wins priority. I got a 5, so he didn't win priority, so I'm going to take it. Question is, what am I going to do? Because I don't have the best options left. So we'll come back at the end of my turn, because there's not going to be a lot going on. Alright, so Doc victory at the end of that. We decided not to play out round 5 just because all I had to do was run 3 units and that scores me 4 points, which puts me too far ahead because Morathi couldn't die, and I could keep her alive anyway, which meant that I got my grand strategy. Pete didn't get his grand strategy, so I would have
5 points.
Yeah, definitely 5 points. So there was no point playing it out, but
it was close the whole game.
It was very close the whole game. No, it's very interesting. They don't hit hard, but the
disease
gets you. They've got a few nasty things like the vomit from the Great and Clean one. That hurts a lot. And they've got some movement shenanigans with the flies, which is nice. But no, they're very fun. They're very fun to face, and
plus
heavy.
that scenario too wasn't a very good scenario. They're good when you're fighting over 3 objectives in the centre.
Yeah.
Where you're controlling 1, controlling 2, controlling more. Then you get more use out of your Great Unclean one and your heavy hitters.
Yeah.
You know, because half the time I'm moving up the board and you're just getting away from me.
Yeah.
Which cost me 2 battle tactics.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, to play this kind of scenario doesn't really show what they can do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But I still think they put in a good showing.
Yeah. They will. Yeah.
They definitely put in a good showing. I really was impressed with all the different, like that wheel.
Yeah.
I think you obviously got a bit lucky because you can't really move it that much anymore.
No.
But the fact that for one turn I couldn't use command points essentially. I couldn't use hero abilities. And then the next one where I can pile in.
When you start, you get the wheel set. So you can set your game to play off the wheel, which I did. I knew by turn 3 that was going to happen for me. So that was the turn I had to get into combat to make you not make battle shocks and delete your units that way.
Yeah, and you played it very well. I mean, the one model that saved me that game was the Shadow Queen.
Yeah.
Which I know I'm working towards not having her in the list, but she makes a good case for staying.
Yeah.
Like, she really does. I'm still very impressed with Hagg Nar and the way that list is going. I still don't think it's as strong as my Nar list. There's not that much in the way of being able movement shenanigans. I missed having the 3 harpies. But again, the Hagg Queen on Shrine, she really does pull her weight. Like, so I can't, it's a toss up about how I want to progress at this point. Whether I want to take this list to PMTT, or now that I'm going Vic GT, whether I just revert back to my old list and just bring the 15 mercenaries, because we all know they're good. And I've got a new book coming soon, so lay off. You know, we all know that's going to go one way or the other. So, yeah, but that was a really good game. Do you think you made any mistakes?
Oh, the one mistake I did was try to keep Little Morathi inside my disease bubble, where I should have piled around to get into your territory to get my battle tactic. That was pretty much one of the mistakes I did make, but the rest of the game I pretty much played the way I had to play.
Yeah, you played really well actually. I don't think you made too many mistakes at all.
No. But getting the double turn into turn 3 was good. That made me do a lot of damage and come out a bit ahead then.
Yeah.
And then maintaining the priority until turn 5.
Yeah.
And then losing it in turn 5 was a bit hard because that was the priority turn. I needed to actually get the game back to be where your grand strategy was the winning for.
Yeah. So I still would have won, but you would have closed the gap, which is huge in tournaments. That's what you want to do. As for me, mistakes for me definitely was I moved my general too far forward, left her out in the open. She took an absolute pounding and died, which cost me a lot of CP late into the game, which is bad. Like, I very much need to just start screening her out.
Yeah, the vomit from the Great Unclean one is ferocious.
10 wounds. Oh, that stung a lot. But I really thoroughly, again, enjoyed that game. I'm still in love with Age of Sigmar. I still think it's a fantastic game. And it's always a pleasure playing you because you always bring something different from me in. It's always a different challenge every single time.
Every single time.
But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you want more. If you'd like to support me even more, consider becoming a Patreon. But other than that, thank you very much, Pete. And I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.